हो जाएगा उसको on कर.
Uh, so, in this way, devotee should be in a mood of giving. Like you made some very good notes. You know, ultimately Krishna has the only monopoly for all the materials that we make, because he's the source of all knowledge. So we can freely share our materials with others for their benefit, for them to use in preaching, for sharing. And similarly, seeing the brighter side of a devotee and appreciating and encouraging, and not seeing the darker side and fault finding and blasphemy. So this is also a wonderful culture. And trusting devotees and being trustworthy in their eyes also. So if we cultivate these qualities which I have told you, these cultures, then the community becomes a very blissful, happy, joyful community with very healthy interactions between devotees. But the basis for this is most important thing, as I told you, is the morning program. All these things are done spiritually done well. Then working on this will be easy. What is the connection? If you are doing this well, then we become more and more conscious and awakened, and then we will be able to be sensitive to cultivate these good qualities. But if people are not doing the sadhana program well, reading program well, they are very spiritually bankrupt.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up
Boston, where everyone has an opinion about everything.
Materially very plumpy. Then they don't have, many of these cultures cannot be honestly followed. It's not possible. So from here onwards, I am showing you some Prabhupada quotes. Okay, you can take the mic and.
What did Prabhuji say?
Good mood of giving for the devotees and looking at the brighter side of the devotees, trusting them and being trustworthy with them, to them. And if one lives life like that, it automatically creates a conscious life.
What else? Good. हो जाएगा उसको on कर. Yes.
Can read it. This is about one old lady who is.
Please.
Probably moves, but Prabhu also added that sadhana, if one at the end there, if one follows sadhana, then everybody follows the sadhana, then it creates a proper culture. Respect and many good things.
If one doesn't follow the sadhana, then he goes bankrupt in terms of his spiritual practice and maybe towards material.
There's a connection between all this culture of trust. Morning prayer and sadhana. If morning prayer and sadhana is not exercise, is not done, then the culture of trust to bring out is not very difficult. We can see that those communities which is based on strict morning prayer and sadhana, those communities flourish. When other things also develops very nicely. Like you see from the Radha Swami Maharaj and where Radha Shyam Pro in Pune. You see, they have just emphasized just one thing. That devotees come together and do nice sadhana and have a very wonderful morning program. When this is achieved, and all other things will fall its place. And same thing Srila Prabhupada also emphasized. We'll see that here. Shambhu will tell that. So actually, in our spiritual life, we should know that what we want to achieve. We want to achieve this kind of wonderful, community where it's very trustworthy, trusting, accountability, visibly exemplary, respecting, valuing individuality, sharing, seeing the better side of devotee, appreciating. This kind of culture we want. But if you want to have this culture in the community, then the work that we have to do is to have our strict morning prayer and sadhana. So from there only we'll get our fuel. If that is the lacks, then all other things will fall. This is the point. So this is very, very important.
Quotes, okay? You can take the mic and read it. This is about one old lady who used to come to serve in Radha Damodar. Prabhupada used to watch Prabhupada used to be in his room writing in the early morning hours. Extremely old lady, she would bring a pot of water and keep it just in the front of the Pujari's room. Pujari would be inside, welcoming the Lord and all that. So she would just come every early morning and keep it and go away. And Prabhupada says nobody would see her doing this service. Even the Pujari also. Pujari knows there was understanding. Pujari had told her that you should bring the water and keep, and she was keeping it for years together. And Prabhupada says that, this lady is surely going back to Godhead. Because her age must be 80 plus. Poor old lady, her frail body is trembling. Still she has a desire to serve Krishna, and she is going to the Yamuna and bringing. In those days the water was very clean. She'll bring the waters and keep it. So, and then Prabhupada says below, read the underlined portion.
One who cannot rise early in the morning is not very serious about spiritual life. One must rise before the Brahma Muhurta hour, that is very auspicious. And one will take the trouble to do so if he is serious about spiritual life.
Many of you might have experienced, even I have experienced in Vrindavan. When you go to Vrindavan Dham, early morning when we go from Fogla Ashram to the temple, or when you go around also, home to home, temple to temple, everybody is doing bhajan kirtan very early morning. Very nice musical instruments, they are singing, they have Radha Krishna deity. And people are very serious about sadhana. Prabhupada told the not only American, Western devotees when they came to India, Prabhupada asked, why in my Bhagavatam class very few were there, where are they? Devotees said, Prabhupada, they have gone for shopping or something, they said. Prabhupada said, shopping? And then Prabhupada told this afternoon, he told, I will speak to everybody. So everybody came back and the whole room was packed with devotees. And Prabhupada understood, these guys were not in the morning and now they have come now. So Prabhupada said, do you know what is Vrindavan? Prabhupada said, don't think you can go to the bushes of Vrindavan and find Radha Krishna behind the bushes. You should associate with saintly people and elevate your consciousness if you really want to see the real Vrindavan. And Prabhupada said, Sadhu is here. Where are you going? Prabhupada asked. Sadhu is sitting and here and giving lecture, and you guys are roaming around behind the bushes to search for Radha Krishna, and you are going for shopping and everything. And then Prabhupada said that in Vrindavan people rise early in the morning, and with their wet clothes and wet hairs in the head, many rishis, munis, you will see them with their kamandalu, with their beads, sitting at the bank of Yamuna and calling out the names practically for hours and hours. Many people have come to Vrindavan to leave their body there, to chant the Lord's names and awaken the Krishna Prem. They know that Radharani and all the gopis and the gopas and the whole Vrindavan is filled with pure devotees. So they are coming to roll in the dust of Vrindavan, beg for the mercy of the residents of Raja, and do the Giriraj Parikrama daily and chant the holy name. So Prabhupada said, these guys are doing penance for 20, 30, 40 years they are doing, and you guys are coming to Vrindavan doing shopping, and you think you will get Krishna so easily? Prabhupada said, you should do austerities when you come to Vrindavan. Rise early in the morning, he said. So here also Prabhupada is saying about this lady, the woman never once failed to come with water, Prabhupada says. For this activity she will return back to Godhead, he says. About her, did it?
So, in this age, according to Vedic system, everyone should rise early in the morning, at least 1.5 hours before the sunrise. That is called Brahma Muhurta. During that time, if you read, say 1 hour, this 1 hour is equal to 5 hours in the daytime. It is so convenient. But people are lazy. They think, if I can sleep up to 10 o'clock, that is a great work.
Yeah. Read only the underlined portion.
Yeah, can you just share? This time, Rama will take the. You will take the lead. You can share. You let them share. Yes. No, you don't share. You ask. Bring them. See that everything is covered.
Who would like to start? Yes. Start.
So Prabhu mentioned about old lady in Vrindavan. She is old, 80 plus years age. Still, she was drinking water with devotion.
So Prabhupada said, say good morning, go back to morning.
Yes. And yes, Peter.
So it is because her Guru Maharaj had told her that she should offer water to Krishna, and Prabhupada was also going from there, and he was talking about that when you are in Vrindavan, we should do some austerities like waking up early.
Yeah, this lady, this was early in the morning. She used to early in the morning come with water from Yamuna, and no one would observe her when the pujaris were inside. And Prabhupada was inside Radhanagara temple. And then Prabhupada used to observe her every day. And Prabhupada mentioned this. And then from there, Prabhupada came to the point. What was the point? Main point.
One who cannot rise early in the morning is not very serious about spiritual life. One must rise before the Brahma Muhurta, or that is very auspicious, and one will take the trouble to do so if he is serious about spiritual
Yeah,
life.
that is the point. Prabhupada said, when he is serious about spiritual life, he will take the austerity of rising early in the morning. And then Prabhupada gave example of Vrindavan. What you are saying about Vrindavan in this regard.
Every home to home, they wake up early and do the sadhana.
One has to do austerity. So
They play very nice music.
Hmm?
They play very nice music.
Musical instruments and doing sadhana and chanting. And even some different sadhus, they get up and they're chanting.
Hours and hours.
Hours and
holy.
And then what Prabhupada was telling about his disciples.
And
You can raise hand. What Prabhupada was telling about his disciples. Yes, Dr.
Prabhupada advised devotees like first of all he asked about the missing devotees, few missing devotees back then, and he was told that they went
In the,
for-
what was the occasion? Bhagavatam class. Bhagavatam class, no one was there.
back. So he was told that they all went for some shopping. So he told that I will speak with them this afternoon, and in a room they're tightly packed with all the devotees. And he told these things like people in Vrindavan do a lot of austerities, and they wake up early, they play very nice music to make Krishna happy, and the saints they chant. So it is not easy to like attain like get delivered like without waking up here in the morning and doing some austerity like before 1.5 hours of Brahman.
Yeah.
On Sundays, before 1.5 hours of Sundays. Leave off and
My brother was telling that you guys, you think you will go back to what it's really these people are doing so much austerities. And they have been for since 20, 30, 40 years. And you are here and you will not find Krishna in bushes of Vrindavan. You have to come and hear from Sadhu. He was telling. You don't know what it is on. Yeah. He knows God.
So what you are saying about the sadhu thing? Sadhu is here. Bishad in Vrindavan. You discussed that?
Yeah, I told.
You told me. Okay.
So,
Actually, one president asked Prabhupada to accept new candidates for initiation from Germany.
The point is that in Vrindavan they have this kind of thing, and the devotees went for some shopping. Why they went for shopping? And Prabhupada was not happy because this is new one. So Prabhupada, what is the principle he said?
Prabhupada was telling, he told that you cannot find Krishna in bushes of Vrindavan. And then he told, you have to hear from Sadhu. Sadhu is here and there. And then he said that these Vrindavan people, they are in so much austerities, rising early in the morning, practicing this for 20, 30 years. And you guys will think that you will attend Krishna like this only.
One thing is about sticking to the sadhu. That means not whimsically, doing things. So hearing from sadhu when you go to dham also is one thing. And second thing is, and the sadhu is given instruction also, following that. So like Manipuram and all is something which is expected by Prabhupada. Yes.
And Prabhupada replied to Chakravarti Das. What he replied?
So you are the president there at Scholars Retterskov. It is your duty to see that the standards of Krishna consciousness are always maintained, especially chanting 16 rounds daily, observing the 4 regulative principles, no meat, fish, eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. The students must all attend morning and evening aarti and classes.
See, this Prabhupada's instruction. Everyone should attend the. In our temples, we don't do the evening, but we do the afternoon program. So 2 times a day, Prabhupada wanted them to attend the programs. Yeah.
If we follow this simple program along with regular Sankirtan, distributing the books and preaching, then there will be no fall down.
See, Prabhupada is saying, if you don't want to fall down, very simple life. Rise early in the morning, attend the whole morning program or the evening program, go out for book distribution, and then keep yourself Krishna conscious. That's all. Don't worry about anything else. And then he's saying, you're eating regularly properly, you don't infect any disease. If there is no neglect, there is no room for infection. So in this way, yeah. Is it?
Prabhupada disciples could accept his anger. They even welcomed it theoretically, but to bear it was difficult. The spiritual master must cut through his student's false ego to engage that student in pure service. The Guru's show of anger, therefore, is good for the disciple. According to Chanakya Pandit, one should not be lenient with sons and disciples. Unless he deals strictly with them, he will spoil them. Prabhupada's anger in Vrindavan was not, however, a mere exercise in student training. He strongly desired to see the temple solidly established. He trusted that his disciples were sufficiently loyal to him to withstand the pain of chastisement and take it for what it was, mercy. Prabhupada was vigilant about the devotees' attendance at the morning devotional program in the temple. Calling for the temple president, he asked why some devotees were regularly absent.
See, he is asking for the attendance. He is asking why some devotees are regularly absent. What is happening?
Mangalarti, he said, was very important and everyone must attend. Punctuality was also important.
Yeah. So punctuality means 4:30. So there are purports of Prabhupada where he says that all ISKCON devotees should rise before 4 a.m. I can show you, there are purports where he says that. So that means sleep at 9:30 and get up before 4 and then come for the Mangalarti. Actually, I am observing that many times nowadays devotees, times have changed. Some devotees are talking different philosophy nowadays. They say, Prabhu, it's not that, you come physically for the morning program, you will become very advanced. I may be sitting in my room and, meditating on the Lord, or I may be reading some books. I can be conscious in that way also. There are people arguing like that. I really wonder why should people make such arguments. Acharya is telling something, you just follow. And if you don't follow Acharya's teachings, then you fall down. Eventually, I have seen people who made compromises on what Prabhupada is saying here. Eventually, one by one, they will leave. They won't be able to stay. Because this path, because he is the Acharya, he is laying down the road for us. We don't follow it, then we lose taste for it eventually. And you can't suddenly again become serious. So this is about...
Yes.
What was the letter Prabhupada was mentioning? The first one, it is all continuation, but Prabhupada was telling in the beginning what he was telling about morning and evening.
In the starting, there was a letter written by some German person to Prabhupada.
Yeah, and then Prabhupada replied.
Prabhupada replied saying that I accept all these people to be initiated, but we are supposed, because we are president, we need to make sure they follow all the regulative principles and do 16 rounds and avoid meat, fish, eggs, and intoxication. And morning program, RP and classes.
Morning and evening. On that time, Rajasthan told that we have 7 groups. And then what, if you follow this, what will happen?
Just like if one gives himself clean and properly nourished by eating regularly, he will not infect. One practices devotion service, follows regulative principles, he will also be revealed.
Yeah, he will not fall down. He will be Vishnu. Yes. Yeah. No, maybe we don't fall down. And then in next this thing here mentioned about anger of program, and something related to that.
The anger towards disciples and sons is good
Hmm.
because it destroys the policy. And we should engage the son and disciple with it.
Yeah.
Both sides.
And devotees welcome the anger of
Devotee also.
theoretical, but practically it was difficult and properly you can agree. And but in the letter I mentioned that how should one take the chastisement of spiritual ministry as the chastisement of spiritual ministry you can have missing. And then Prabhupada when he was in Vrindavan, it was mentioned that Prabhupada would regularly ask what? Hmm? That means what? Prabhupada used to attend. Yes, because he himself asked the attendance of devotees. And why is not the duty very, and he was concerned why they were absent. And then about Mangalarati. Yeah, that comes little later. He was saying about Mangalarati was important and everyone must happen. And punctuality is also important. And there are some about getting up early in the purpose also. Something. So, right now,
every ISKCON devotee should wake up before 4.
yeah, Prabhupada explicitly mentioned also in purpose that one should sleep early and rise at least 4 a.m. and come to the work.
Because 1 hour studying is equivalent to 5 hours.
Yeah, very nice point. I mentioned that we study, sometimes you will get up before Mangalarati. We study that every 5 hours, 1 hour. And then in the end, he was mentioning that nowadays devotees argue. Some devotees they say that why to come for, why to physically come for morning program? Why can't I do my sadhana or my japa alone in the room, read alone in the room? So what he was mentioning about that?
Just follow the
Huh?
Just follow it. Otherwise you will space for it.
When Acharya is saying something, why do you want to make something else?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then what happens? You said you
Eventually,
they eventually feel that is not consciousness. To compromise on this thing, it's just matter of time. Now we are in association, but if you go this thing, it's very difficult. Won't be able to continue. If you are not, you don't develop this habit of getting up early, chanting, all these good habits, and it's just matter of time. When you are alone, you are not in association. You are not developed sufficient strength in association, it is very difficult. So you go to internship somewhere, you are not developed this habit of getting up early, chanting. It will be so tough. Your life will be so tough. To maintain the practice of sitting around itself will become difficult. Because morning you are not chanting, and whole day you are doing this thing, and in the night it's so difficult to complete the rounds. At least major chunk of rounds. Best is 16 rounds. Get in the morning.
Stop because time is up now. But one thing I wanted to do, 5 minutes of, can take 5 minutes of time, and then you can just write one exercise on a paper notebook or something. So you can write down what difficulty you face in terms of sleeping early and also waking up in the morning. Just write some of the difficulty challenges what you face. Just list down those things. Like you have been staying how many months now in temple in US? 6 months. No? So in the period of 6 months, generally they come to a standard of 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 months. Yeah. But still 4. So that means usually after some months they come for the standard of coming to Mangalarati. So we have kept even 6:15 only. We have not like kept, we have not reduced. 6:15 only is becoming a standard. So we all have to seriously see where is, we are going now. Because Before we were suspecting that because of exams and assignments, you would give a lot of reasons like that. But I don't think there is any exam or assignments right now. Pressing thing like tomorrow is deadline. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Is there like that?
It is someone is start somewhere.
So it's like you have deadline. Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Other than CPS, all other schools only have some, for CPS, the sprint quarter itself.
No,
Is on June
no,
30.
is it like the deadlines are there weekly basis? Like tomorrow you have deadlines.
Weekly basis.
But at just generally just it is 1 or 2 days a week. It's not every day.
Depends on number of courses, number of subjects.
Even now also. Yeah.
Not for all schools.
Now for summer, most of the educators only take 1 course maximum 1 course. They don't take.
Oh, now also some class going on.
Yeah, they have taken one course.
So how many have taken?
But according to me, 1 course is.
So it is not mandatory. You have to go late
It's not
night for.
I have 3 courses. CPS.
It is start. It's kind of.
नहीं ठीक है. Maybe valid reasons to go late night. Could be. But right now, the difficulties. Because see, they say that if you have a strong will, then you can find the way.
Yeah.
So you will have to see because see, you're not like children that we have to spoon feed you. क्या आप उठा के लाएंगे. That is not possible. वो किया उन्होंने. वो successful नहीं हो पाए बेचारे. रो रहे थे मेरे पास आके. Bro, ऐसा कैसे है bro? तो उनको शांत रहने 1 घंटा रहे कम से कम. आधा घंटा मेरे को शांत हम इतने बुरे हैं ना, हम गिल्टी फील करा रहे हैं. और आपने सोच रहे हो कि वो रो रहे हैं. नहीं, मैं गिल्ट फील करा रहा हूँ, लेकिन आप भी सोच रहे हो वो रो रहे हैं. वो नहीं, वो बुरा नहीं लग रहा आपको. मतलब हम बुरे हैं, हम गिल्टी फील करा रहे हैं आपको, लेकिन आपको नहीं लग रहा है कि वो रो रहा है. Yeah, you should see yesterday. What is the situation? You're literally crying. पूरा 1 घंटा गया पूरा. While Narada says so ambus. पूरा जपा छोड़ करके he was doing all that. Actually, we should feel bad. Not that we should say that वो हमको क्यों गिल्ट कर रहा है. That's not the point.
I know that.
So
I agree with that.
So point is that we have to see that how experience is struggling for us. That should arise some kind of gratitude. Actually, if you see our Pitagora Guru, he has his own work also. He has work and the volume of solution and everything. And he is sacrificing and he's going. So actually we should feel little very प्रभु आए हैं. कुछ तो मतलब अभी तो जाओ. ठीक है, नींद कम भी वक्त भी उठ जाना चाहिए. At that day, हर दिन तो नहीं आते. उस दिन तो उसका उठ जाओ भाई. So anyway, I'm not like trying to judge you all, but I sincerely want to see that you all can introspect in your own lives and come up with some solution, because it's not about we want to put gun on you. Is that you only have to decide your long-term Krishna conscious practice. And as Tanguy was saying, that if you don't develop this habit, then it is never going to happen. Don't think that there's going to be a phase in life where something will like automatically fall like everything at its place and then you start suddenly coming from one point. Aisa nahi hai. There's never going to be that phase of life. You can ask anyone. As person goes forward, the responsibilities keeps adding. तो वो कभी ऐसा होता नहीं है कि अचानक से ऐसा तो कुछ सब सही हो जाए. ऐसा नहीं होता. तो आप लोग उसमें लिख सकते हैं. तो just take 5 minutes. Just write down like what difficulty you face, challenges you face in terms of sleeping late and or sleeping early. You want to sleep early, but it becomes challenging. And what difficulties, challenges you face in getting up early. Just write down some points. Take 5 minutes and write down, and we'll continue. You all can also write Prabhus. Aditya Prabhu, Saiteja Prabhu, and Dheeraj Prabhu. All of them.
I've written, so like, should we?
You have written already?
Yes, I've written and I have service.
Okay. What time is it?
It already started.
Oh, then you can leave about it. Tomorrow we can discuss. Just write today.
Sure.
Today you can just write it. Reflect on it. Tomorrow then we can. Or maybe we can personally also discuss, but at least write down now. Take 5 minutes and think about it. What challenges you face. And actually, all of you should have your own, career path in future, right? Means after some time, how much time we are going to get up or something. Something. Of course, there will be some situations like internship and all that. I understand this. But overall, you should be having some kind of target. Overall. This is where I'll try to settle my life. But I eventually come to the standard where I can sleep by 9:30 or 10 something. Until this, you have like night shift kind of job, or you have like classes only till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something which is not possible. So you have 11 till 11 o'clock classes only, then you cannot do much. But otherwise, you have 24 hours, you can always manage it. Like in such a way that you sleep early and rest. The number of hours are anyway fixed. So like, you have written? Written already? Oh. Quick reflections.
So sometimes assignments.
You have written, sir? But where is the point? There is no point.
Yeah, whatever.
No, that's right. Put it in the paper, then it's easy for you to discuss. I hope you not feel bad when I said to you.
No.
Don't take anything personally. Write down whatever you feel challenged in terms of sleeping and getting up early. Sometimes some devotees have challenges. They don't get sleep.
Burijan Prabhu, in this thing, I mean,
They don't get sleep only. They go to bed, they don't find sleep. That is a genuine problem sometimes. There could be sometimes some genuine things. Some devotees they don't get sleep because there is some kind of sound, some the other devotees studying or something. It happens like that. So if you write down, then actually we can see how it can be addressed. Anything. Like one devotee would sleep in the daytime 2 hours. And then you will not get sleep in the night. So then he had to work on the sleeping, reducing this sleep. Then he can feel tired and sleep also. So if you write down clearly, honestly, you see what's happening. You reflect on it. Then you can have some kind of positive change. You can work on it. आपने भी किया? 2 points. Only 1 point every time.
The bottom 2 points. One for sleeping late and the other for sleeping.
Night or day, boss? What time?
I mean, on some days I have my TA work. Earlier I didn't have TA. Earlier I used to
You
do.
go late night because of the crowd.
No, I physically don't go from. I have to correct papers. I have to prepare notes. I have to study first because I don't know the subjects. Of course, the solution is simple. I could spend some time in the morning instead of that.
So,
I know
so write both of you. Write the challenges and write if something can be done.
Oh, in that.
Right, yeah, both. Right. Because then only it is something meaningful. Write the challenges and what could be done. Even I face struggles, like when I also see like this, when I understand, okay, this I could be like this, then it becomes easy. So if we can reflect on our own life, then it becomes easy for us. So we'll have to see why it is difficult in completing deadlines and projects. Is it like because of not effectively utilizing the time? You have to actually
It's more of a building from scratch, so it takes a lot of time. There is no like proper. These are not assignments.
no, let's see, you have like all that huge work from scratch or something. But if you do like late night and get up late, so So anyway, the time of sleep is same. But if we like make it early and have your chanting done in the morning, then anyway we can struggle in day like that. So you have to see that where exactly the mind is giving certain ideas. Yeah, to go get it.
So my chanting is over by 1:12.
Now,
Yeah. So what happens? I say to do this building project soon.
so you can start early.
So what happens is in the afternoon I feel like moving to sleep. By doing this one, that gets more stressed in evenings. And then
See, these are important.
for
See, what is speaking right now. These are things you have to work out.
so I try to not be chanting like 10 before 10 o'clock. So I can get 2-3 hours.
My chanting goes to 1 o'clock.
But I complete that also. I do it
You chant how many hours?
after. Well,
12 hours a day.
If 40 minutes, that is.
that's still faster.
No, Amar, let's say you sleep early, let's say 9 o'clock you sleep, let's say, and you have to chant all the round in the morning, it will get low.
Right.
And then you have full morning.
Yeah, I
you can
experience,
actually-
but I'm not getting that quality. Sometimes I come late. Sometimes,
No. You sleep early, then you can come early. No?
yeah.
You have to think wisely what is happening.
Yeah.
And we are feeling sleepy, that's fine. And then evening aarti is only come for that. Their time was. Also.
Yeah.
Aarti can be skipped. See, morning probably more important than evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you can utilize that time for studies, you can come in the morning early and sleep early like that. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So basically, it's time management. आपके ऐसा कोई deadlines नहीं है कि आपको कल किसी को दे. Lekin you have a lot of work.
Deadlines are there, but not.
It is not deadline every day. It's not.
Yeah, weekly.
Yeah, weekly basis deadline is can be planned. ऐसा नहीं इसको plan नहीं कर सकते. Plan कर सकते हैं.
Yeah.
Actually, before addressing all these things, before having discussion, first I want to ask all of you individually that are you really wanting to do this? Sleep early and get up early. First, tell me that. If that is your desire, then we will go for it. If that is not the desire, say, Prabhu, I am not so serious about it.
I'm serious.
Not about it. I'm just saying anything. Prabhu, I am not having right now this kind of intentions. I will see after 5 years. Let me first settle out in my career and all that. We will work it out later.
After 5 years, it's not gonna happen anyway.
So in case
Now is the time.
no, in case any one of you strongly feel like that, and you feel it to be a botheration, when we again raise this point, you have to be very frank with us. Because nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Because see, everybody is very individual. Like, see, there are so many people in Boston. Are we catching them and telling you come to the temple? We are not catching them. But why we are telling them to come to the temple? Because you to express that people, I want to practice Krishna consciousness. And you signed up now for this device. You want to sign up. So that's how then we feel responsible for you. And he's not going and waking up any neighbors. In fact, we don't play Mridangam, so that neighbor should not be woken up. So, we are sensitive to that. So we also want to be sensitive to you. We don't want to know.
Yes, Prabhu.
We don't want any kind of what is it?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Just
Prabhu
1 minute.
Manish,
Just 1 minute.
Yes, yes, good
So
challenges.
we don't want any kind of.
Just 2 minutes, Aditya Prabhu, just 2 minutes.
So see, but if you become very serious about it, that you want that, then it will work out. So I will tell one thing. So any one of you who really want to work on that and you want to discuss, the evening time I'm giving a slot. You all can, you can just ask me when I will come. Then we can discuss. Maybe half an hour, we can discuss all this. You come up with your solutions only, and you will see if some inputs I have to give again. But I am telling you, bro, it is possible to work on it. It is not difficult. If you have little desire in that direction, it is eventually possible to do it. He is a senior, he has done it. I knew में थे. अब इनको पूछो आप इनका मॉर्निंग अटेंडेंस कितना था आपका मॉर्निंग full. Mine was so real. He had never issued anything. But it's a many only. आप कहोगे बहुत smart devotee, intelligent है, वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन desire होना चाहिए. तो आपका ये मेंटर है, तो इनका गाइडेंस ले सकते हैं ना, कैसे करना. आपके कॉलेज में भी थे, सब सिचुएशन को जानते हैं. तो आप चाहे तो मेरे से या इनसे जिनसे भी मिलना है आपको, आप बोल दो, आपको लगता है कि Prabhupada was may not understand. He is a sadhu baba from some jungle. He may not relate to us. तो आप उनको कुछ मिल लो, लेकिन आप मिलो तो जिनको आपको मिलना है जिनसे आप मिल सकते। क्या हुआ? बीच जंगल में हाथ- क्या? हाँ, you can give them. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. But please do tell us if you want to meet and discuss. Yeah.
Prabhu Aditya Prabhu wanted to say.
चलेगा.
Oh, चलिएगा, चलिए. बोलना था.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear Prabhu. Just keep with you. We can discuss sometime.
But ये
Sure.
ये
I've written that down. Sorry, Prabhu.
Yeah, you have written something.
He this Aditya Prabhu.
Aditya Prabhu.
Left.
He left.
What? Okay.
I do meditation to somewhere I don't sleep or discuss. Better follow the time of early in the morning. Light sound anxiety and worry about depression. Sometimes myself sleeping late in spite of all the problem.
Absent in Virachal Prabhu.
कम भेजा था आपने? अच्छा आज
ठीक है.
हम्म